But right now we're going to go into Trinity College from this Nassau Street entrance.
Tomorrow we have an opening at 9 o'clock, and then we have 4 until 12 o'clock, and then that will free up the rest of the day.
So I have to book now for tomorrow? Or
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, we revise it. Yeah.
Yes, it's wise to book in
Or
advance.
at some point today, anytime before tomorrow.
So as you can see now, the next tour is not until 5 o'clock, and for adults the cost is €26. And what we get for that is the old library, the Book of Kells, and the digital experience. So let's have a little wander around now. Let's see how we're doing for time. And hopefully we're going to get back for 5 o'clock for this tour. Yeah, right now it's only 2:10, so we've got 3 hours. Which tells me that the next 2 tours are full. So if you want to book online and get the time you want, do that. Of course, Trinity College is busting with students. Let's go back and talk to the guy on the ticket desk. Scan the QR code for a free audio guide available in 24 languages. Cool mustache. The next tour is at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yes.
Is there a self-guided tour?
Yeah, that's the self-guided one.
Oh, that is self-guided.
Yeah, so we just have different entry times to get the manage capacity inside of the building. So 5 o'clock.
Does it what, sorry?
So we can manage capacity inside
okay.
the building. So 5 o'clock is the next time which you can enter, basically.
Okay. And it's €26 for me?
Yes.
And that's for the old library, the Book of Kells, and the digital experience.
Yeah.
How long does the whole thing take?
We recommend 90 minutes, but because it's self-guided, you can take it pretty much whatever pace you want.
And what time does it close at?
It closes at, last night was at 6 o'clock, so it closes at 7:30.
Okay, so there's plenty of time. What time would you, I should just book it now, should I?
Yeah, you can book it now.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably better now, because it probably will sell out.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And it's just for one person?
Yes. So is it normally one every hour, or how does it normally work?
One every half hour.
One every half hour?
Yeah.
So the next 6 are full?
So basically, after 5 o'clock, it would be 5:30 and 6 o'clock, and then that's pretty much it. So 6 o'clock is our last entry time.
And between 2 and 5 is now it's full.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It will be, it takes you just want to tap up here. Very top.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Got it?
Yes.
So where do I go when I come back with this?
If you want to come about around 4:45, 4:50, we'll let you in around then.
Where? Where do I go?
So when you go down this ramp here on the left, in the long grey building just in front of you.
Directly ahead.
Yeah, directly ahead. Basically, it'll be like right in front of you as soon as you walk into the square there.
And what's it called?
It's the old library.
The old library. Perfect. Thank you. So here we have our ticket. We're going to come back at 4:45. Tours leave every 30 minutes. They're all self-guided tours. And we're going to go right across there where it says the Book of Kells Experience. We'll come about 4:45. They'll let us in. It closes at 7:30. They say give it 90 minutes, up to 2 hours. 5 to 7. They close at 7:30. Plenty of time. Don't lose the ticket. Okay. So let's just go on over. We'll show you where we're going. We probably could try now, but as they say, they're full to capacity. Tours leave every 30 minutes, and right now they've got 6 tours booked out.
I don't know about that one.
You guys booked up for a while? Can I come in? Yeah. I can come in? Oh, great. Ah, and they're gonna let us in. Even better. Let me put my hat away.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry, yourself.
Great.
1 second, I'll check
thanks.
inside and bring
Brilliant.
you inside
How are you?
today. That's okay. It's
Wishing
not
the
your
weather
fault.
was like the last
Sometimes
2
it
days,
happens.
but
Inside,
you can't
just
have
give me
everything.
1
It's great.
Thank you.
So, it's a self-guided tour, just wander around?
Go on ahead.
Ah, so I didn't have to come back at 5 o'clock, which is even better. So this is all what's on display. Chapter 1 is the old library. Chapter 2 is the pavilion. And in those we got the original proclamation of the Irish Republic. We got the long room, sculptures, Brian Boru's harp. This is super exciting. And again, here we have a QR code. And while we're here, you've got free Wi-Fi too. So if you're worried about not being able to scan the QR code and get internet access, it's free Wi-Fi. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, on the right.
What is the Book of Kells? The Book of Kells is a lavishly decorated copy in Latin of the 4 Gospels of the life of Christ. The Book of Kells has long been associated with St. Columcille, who was born in 521 in Donegal, into the ruling dynasty of the Hugh O'Neills. He founded his principal monastery on the island of Iona, off the western coast of Scotland in about 561. The Book of Kells probably dates from the early 9th century and may have begun on Iona. The community there endured Viking attacks in the late 8th century and subsequently established a monastery in Kells, County Meath. The book is first mentioned in the Annals of Ulster, which recorded that in 1007 the great Gospel Book of Columcille was stolen from the church at Kells and later recovered. The Book of Kells was sent to Dublin around 1653 for reasons of security as the church fell to ruin during the Cromwellian period. It came to Trinity College through the agency of Henry Jones after he became Bishop of Meath in 1661. The Book of Kells may have been commissioned to celebrate the bicentenary of Columcille's death, but whether such anniversaries were marked at the time is not clear. Textual errors and the ornate nature of some of the decorated pages indicate that the Book of Kells was not intended as a daily reading text, but rather as altar furniture for special occasions. Remember, as part of this tour, pause the video when you want to read. You'll see here the markings on this stone. This is called Ogham. Ogham is an ancient system of writing designed for the Irish language. We know with certainty that it existed in the 5th century as a monument script, and may even be earlier. In its earliest form, Ogham script is made up of 20 characters, divided into 4 groups of 5, formed by combinations of 1 to 5 short lines and notches relative to a stem line. Ogham's origins are uncertain, but it was probably a derivative of the Latin alphabetic system, although scholars have in the past regarded it as a pagan system of writing and gesture alphabet. More recent studies have dated the majority of the Ogham stones to the 5th to 6th centuries AD, while within the Christian era. Ogham inscriptions are mainly commemorative, recording the name of an individual with or without these tribal filiation. It has also been suggested that these stones may have marked territorial boundaries. By the 8th century, Ogham monument script was largely replaced by conventional script, but there are still instances of its continued use up to the 9th century. Turning darkness into light. Could be a Guinness ad. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Remember too, there's an audio guide for every section of this. This is the thistle brooch. Who made the Book of Kells? The Book of Kells was written by 4 main scribes in a formal style of script known as Insula Majuscule. Scribe A, who copied St. John's Gospel, was conservative and sober, generally leaving the decoration of his pages to others. Curiously said he's sober. Scribe B, who enjoyed using coloured inks and calligraphic flourishes, was responsible for finishing certain sections and pages, while Scribe C and D copied the bulk of Gospels of Matthew, Mark and Luke. In many cases, the relationship between scribe and artist was so close as to indicate that they were one and the same. While the decorated initials seldom illustrate the text directly, they tend to draw attention to significant passages. Decorative display script, some of it difficult to read, was used on the opening pages of the Gospel. The Book of Kells appears to have been the work of 3 major artists, though there is disagreement on the subject among scholars. The most detailed work using yellow and silvery blue suggestive of metalwork was done by the goldsmith. He was responsible for the 8 circle cross page, for chi row page, For the top section, the page of canon tables on 5, and for the opening words of the Gospels. And here's how they bound the pages. The Book of Kells is written on vellum, calfskin. To perfect vellum, most of the hair was removed by immersing the skin in lime or excrement, and then scraping it with a knife. The skin was tensioned on a frame, and a semicircular Luna knife was used to remove remaining hair and debris. The presence of hair follicles can still be detected in some leaves. The skins were normally cut to form bifolia, pairs of conjoint leaves, then folded into gatherings. Most of the decorated pages were executed on single leaves, so that a copying of the text could proceed without interruption. The pages were ruled for text with a wooden or bone instrument, following the guidance of pricker rings made on either side of the page with a stylus or the point of a knife. Vellum represented a valuable resource. It has been calculated that the Book of Kells in its original state used the skins of around 185 calves. The scribes made use of available skins, whether they were perfect or not. Some of these were disfigured by sizable holes created in the flaying of the pelt. We'll watch a video for a sec. The scribes used quill pens made from the tail feathers of a swan or a goose. The artist also made use of a range of other instruments, stiff pens, perhaps made from reeds, rulers, set squares, templates and compasses. The painting was done with brushes, the finest perhaps from marten fir, which was greatly prized in the Middle Ages for its softness and texture. The intricacy of some of the decoration raises the question of whether the scribes could call on the assistance of magnifying instruments. Crystals may have been used, but they would probably have been introduced an element of distortion. The original binding of the Book of Kells has not survived. The boards would probably have been of thin quartered oak with slightly rounded edges. The leaves would have been sewn on cords laced to the boards. A cover of red leather, which may be surmised from over 30 such depictions in the Book of Kells, was pasted to the boards and impressed with decorative lines and stamps. No photography, the Book of Kells. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't film the Book of Kells because it's very sensitive to light and cameras. So they have it in that dark room with just one low light on it. So we got to respect the integrity of the Book of Kells. Here we have the Irish Linen House. This is all linen, hand sewn. We may find out more about this shortly. But here we're coming up to the long room. And we're coming down to 9. Oh, here we go. And this is going to be just incredible. But for now, the old library redevelopment and project in Decant, the old library's precious collections spanning millennia, have been in our care for over 400 years. The library now faces conservation challenges with pollution and dust accumulation taking its toll, and an urgent need to improve fire protection, and blah blah blah. Things to look out for. Proclamation of the Irish Republic. Also known as the 1916 Proclamation, this historic document was printed by the Irish Citizen Army and the Irish Volunteers during the Easter Rising in 1916. The Rising was an armed insurrection to end British rule in Ireland and establish independence. The document declares that an independent Irish Republic had been founded and that a provisional Irish government had been appointed. It announces a republic at a time when most of Europe was ruled by emperors or kings. Approximately 1,000 copies were printed on Easter Sunday 1916 in Liberty Hall in Dublin. Trinity's copy is one of a dozen or so survivors of the original print and is on loan from Kilmainham Jail. Kilmainham Jail is where we're going tomorrow, so look out for that episode. Before we enter the long room, we'll have a look. Under the 1801 Copyright Act, the Library of Trinity College Dublin was designated as a legal deposit library entitled to a copy of every printed work published in these islands. We won't call them the British Isles. Ireland's not a British isle. The storage problem this caused, coupled with the dilapidated state of the roof of the old library, led to a decision taken in the late 1850s to raise and repair the roof. The inspired design of the architects Thomas Dean and Benjamin Woodward was approved, and a new roof with a barrel vaulted ceiling, sheeted in oak, which replaced the original flat plaster ceiling. And transverse bookcases on the remodeled gallery were completed by May 1861. Today the long room measures 63.7 metres long, 12.2 metres wide and over 14 metres high. Biblioteca. These books, in alphabetical order, some over 1,000 years old. What do we have here? And we have donations in this wooden chest. And of course we have all these amazing busts. Shakespeare, spelt with an F. Francis Bacon. Milton. Isaac Newton. Locke. Boyle. For some reason, a lot of these shelves are empty. Let's find out why. There's Michael Davitt. apparently the long room was the inspiration for Harry Potter movies, or for scenes in the Harry Potter movies, Hogwarts Castle, etc. Here we have Brian Brew's harp. The Brian Brew harp is the oldest surviving Irish harp. And is a model for the insignia of Ireland. People will notice the Guinness harp is facing the opposite direction. Traditionally but mistakenly linked with Brian Brew, High King of Ireland, who was killed in 1014 at the Battle of Clontarf, now in the suburbs of Dublin. It probably dates from the latter Middle Ages. Made from willow and oak with 29 brass strings, originally 30. Its elaborate design, silver neck mount and embedded crystal suggested it belonged to a master musician. Such would have played for the noble households of Gaelic Ireland and Scotland. Restored and restrung in 1961, coming to light in Limerick in the 18th century, it was presented at Trinity College by William Burton Cunningham in 1733. Gotta love these sliding ladders. And all these busts. Humphrey Lloyd, Whiteside, not Norman, for the Manchester United fans out there. Siegfried. I wonder which Siegfried he was. Hi. Why is the place empty? Why is there no books anywhere? Was there ever books already put away somewhere?
Are you recording at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're just not recording it?
Yeah, I'm just facing that way. No, I'm wondering why all the shelves are empty.
Yeah, but are you recording my voice?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So as just explained there by the young lady, this is Wellington. And over here we have the leader of the United Irishmen, Wolftown. Wolftown started an insurrection in 1798, I think. Was he in 1798? Yeah. In 1798, he was arrested just for being a common criminal by Wellington. Sorry? Was he? So he was arrested by Wellington, this guy over here, and sentenced to death. And Wolftown was okay with that. But he asked for a soldier's death and he wanted to be put against a wall and shot by firing squad. But Wellington, full of spite, said, no, you're just a criminal, a common criminal. And he sentenced him to be hung like every other common criminal. So the night before, our friend Wolftown said, screw you, and hung himself in his cell so as not to give them, and took the last laugh. What a great story. Wouldn't give the Brits the satisfaction of hanging him like a common criminal, so took his own life. So what we heard as well, why all these shelves are empty. 186,000 books were taken away to be digitalized, to be scanned and kept forever. This was in the light of the fire of Notre Dame in Paris, when they figured out that the two buildings were made of the same stuff, very dry wood and paper. And they thought if this ever went up, it could never be replaced. So as I say, they've taken out 186,000 books to be scanned and digitalized. And by November next year, they're going to close this library completely for a few months while they restock the shelves and make everything beautiful again.
The three of us. Of course.
And here we have the only women in the place. Rosalind Franklin. Mary Wollstonecraft. And opposite over here, we have Ada Lovelace and Augusta Gregory. She looks pretty miserable. So there are about 44 busts and only 4 of them are women.
That's why it's in the
Here we have Aristotle. How's he getting here? Oh, so these are all the Greeks. Cicero, Aristotle, Kelly's favourite Plato, Socrates, another amble song, Socrates smiled. And this guy, humorous. Could have been humorous. He could have been humorous. He could have been humorous.
He could be.
That would be humorous. So there's about 14,000 books left here at the moment?
16,000.
16,000.
Yes.
And when is the library closing to be restocked and refurbished?
So if everything goes according to the plan, we're going to close next year at the end of the year, and we're going to be closing between 3 and 5 years.
So close at the end of 27
Yes.
for 3 to 5 years?
If everything goes according to the plan.
So by then they'll have all the books will be scanned and digitalized and ready to put back?
Yeah, well, they will have those 3 to 5 years to scan everything.
That's what it's going to take.
Could I ask her actually all the books that were removed? I mean, I imagine it's so much. Where do you store that many books?
Well, Trinity has like 25, I think, different libraries. So we have a space.
Okay, because it looks so big.
Yeah, it's when this is full of books, it's 200,000. So the 90% of the books were removed.
Yeah. And I was like just imagining like, yeah, where do you put all of those to restore? Thank you.
Of course.
So the oldest books come from about the 15th century?
No, it's from the 17th century. 16.
So the 400 to 500 years old?
Yes. And the newest one is from the 19th century. 18.
Oh, so there was from up to the 19th century as
Yes.
well?
That's about here.
If you were to open one of these books, would they kind of break? Would they are they very...
Well, all the books that has like that white ribbon, or the ones on the gray boxes, they are in really horrible condition, so we need that to get rid of them.
So the ones with the white bands would fall apart if you tried to open them?
Yes, and the one with the gray ribbons, I think they don't even have a structure. Like,
They're just pages.
yes.
So how did you scan them without breaking them?
I'm not quite sure how is that process. I guess they will have to restore them first.
Yeah,
and then they
a
can
lot
scan them.
of work, huh?
A lot of work.
Interesting work. And what language are they in?
Everything. Latin, English, Spanish,
Gaelic.
Gaelic.
And Spanish as well?
Yeah, we have a lot of different languages.
Are you Spanish?
I'm Argentinian, I speak Spanish.
Okay.
So all the books on that side were donated by people, so they donate the private collections, and actually the text above is a thankful for that donation. And the books on this side were Trinity College Dublin, that says that every book published in the UK, Ireland, and in Ireland has a copy here. So all the books on this side were sent by those books. So
Yeah.
we have a lot of things from different places and from different subjects.
So they made a law that every book that was ever printed in England or Ireland had to have a
Yes.
copy of it here.
Exactly.
That was
Very smart.
yeah, it really was. Just to preserve the history and the
Exactly.
yeah. So what's your favorite fact about this room?
Oof. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but there's no J.
No J?
Yeah,
Oh!
the letters, because this is based on the Old Latin alphabet, and J wasn't added as a letter until the 16th century, 1550.
So they only had 25 letters in the original Latin alphabet.
Even less than that, they didn't have any J, any K, no U, no W, I think is the other.
So you had 22 letters maybe.
Yes.
Oh. Oh wow.
I closed the door. Do you want me to open?
We have a key.
Okay, perfect. They are the librarians. The only ones who have access to the books.
So have they been taken away, scanned and coming back? No?
No, because this is still a
They what?
functional.
Researchers.
Oh, they're for research.
Because this is still a Yes, of course, don't worry about that.
Thank you.
This is still a functional library, so students can still have access to the books.
People can touch them?
Yes, they have to apply online and receive a permit from them. But if they do, they're going to take the books to one of our reading rooms, and they can have access there for like 2 weeks.
So these gentlemen take them down to the reading room, the people can look at them and then they take them back
Exactly.
again? And, is that,
Exactly.
and so how would I do that? I have to apply online?
So I'm not quite sure if you are not a student at Trinity how you have to do it, but if
Okay.
you are interested on that, in front of this building, on that side, it's the modern library, so you can go there and check.
Ah.
I think it's online or sending an email, but you can ask them.
Yeah. It's great. You've been very, very informational. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to have a wander back up and down this library because there's so much to see. And we really don't want to miss anything. But that young lady was very informative. As we didn't notice, everything is alphabetized. But as she said, there is no J, no K, no U, and no W. Because they weren't in the Latin library in the 15th century. And were only added in the 16th or 17th centuries. So, great little facts. Now, I do know this guy's Joseph Locke. Boyle. The Earl of Pembroke. Dr. Gilbert, we don't know what he did. But here we have the ladies again, and we've got Ada Lovelace, who actually sounds like she's been in an adult movie or two. Augusta Gregory, she's I wouldn't want to cross her. Another doctor, Dr. Lawson. Oliver Goldsmith. Georges Miller. The Right Honourable Thomas Lefroy, who was the Chief Justice of Ireland. Bart Lloyd, STP. Humphrey Lloyd. Another Whiteside, and again, not Norman, for the Manchester United fans. Siegfried. In the first corner we came in, they had a spiral staircase. Now look at this. Look at the intricate carpentry and carvings on these. The tops of the pillars, the fleur-de-lis, the matching staircase over here. So as you heard that last lady, the lady came from Argentina. And she says November to December 2027, this library is going to close for 3 to 5 years while they restore it and they basically make it fireproof and put all these books back. So if you want to come, you better hurry. Now the Brian Boru harp again, we're going to get a little bit closer and we're going to look at the ornate carvings. Again, remember, it's the oldest surviving Irish harp and is a model for the insignia of Ireland. Look at the carving. The light from the windows is not helping us. That's why they have blinds up. But it shines off the glass. But the insignia of Ireland is the harp, and it's based on this. Just to see this harp. It's pretty magnificent. So just look at these busts again. We'll start here and we'll see where all the busts are on the way down. So another interesting fact is this Duke of Wellington guy, he didn't want to be famous. He didn't put his name to anything, and that's why they don't have his name on the bust. Here we have Samuel Kyle, STP. We must find out what STP is. Here we have Hamilton. Gilwall. Golds McGee, father of Tits. Here we have Oliver Plunkett. Thomas Elrington, another STP. Let's find out what STP is. Work. What does STP stand for on these busts?
Yeah, Sacred Theological Professor.
Ah! Oh, thanks.
Stand in the right spot.
Yeah, yeah. Know how long they've been working here?
25 years.
So STG is the Sacred Theology Professor. Mary Wollstonecraft again. D. Swift, not Jonathan Swift. House Butler. Demosthenes. Remember now the F was an S. Like that F there, Aristotle. Aristotle. Another example of the F being an S. on Shakespeare. So between the Book of Kells and the library, they make approximately 50 million euro per year. It's €1 million per week. And that was about as close as we're going to get to the Book of Kells. So you got a sneak preview. Well, that gentleman said to go to the red box. He said come out of here and turn to the left. So let's see what the red box is. And while we're here, we'll get some more information. That's what the Book of Armagh is about. The Book of Armagh contains a complete New Testament in Latin, the only Irish copy to survive from the early medieval period, along with a life of St. Martin of Tours, who died in 397, by Sulpicius Severus, and a dossier of texts relating to St. Patrick. In the Middle Ages, the manuscript was revered at Armagh as a relic of St. Patrick. The Book of Durrow was written around c. 700 AD. Like the Book of Kells, it contains a Latin copy of the Gospels, along with preliminary texts. It is decorated with symbols of the evangelists, elaborated opening words of certain passages, and carpet pages of ornament based on jewellery designs. Despite its known association with the monastery of Durrow, County Offaly, founded by St. Columcille, who died in 597, some scholars have argued for an origin in Iona, St. Columcille's principal foundation, or in North Cumbria, in the northeast of England. Flan MacNeil, Sessional, the King of Ireland, 877 to 916, encased it in a shrine which went missing when Trinity College was occupied by British troops in 1689. Of course, the Brits stole it. Preceding the Gospels are symbols of each evangelist, a carpet page of decoration, and an elaboration of the Gospel's opening words. Folio 85B is the carpet page for St. Mark's Gospel. It has 15 interlaced circles, the central circle enclosing a leaf-shaped cross with interlaced terminals. Yellow rivets on the centre can be read as a further cross. They were Ethiopic book satchels. So they were carrier bags for these books and manuscripts, made and bound of leather, the same as the covers. The portrait on folio 32V is a key to the vocabulary of Christological imagery. The artist seemingly wishing to leave no doubts as to the identity of his subject. A cross is placed above Christ's head, 1, and he is flanked by angels, 2, and by peacocks, 3. The wings marked with Eucharistic hosts. The feet of the peacocks are entangled in vine scrolls grown from chalices. Vertical peacocks, 8 in all, recur in the columns on either side of Christ on 32V, and 2 more are placed in each of the semicircles which protrude from the centre of each side of the frame, which is here. Interestingly enough, that crucifix looks upside down. They seemed to stand a weird way too back then. So I'm not sure if this is the way out, because nobody is coming this way. So it did actually come out the wrong way. So don't do what I did. Let me make the mistake so you don't have to. So let's go back to where we came from and see what we did wrong. Oh, and make sure we don't miss anything. So again, here's the treasury in the Book of Kells. We've seen this, so we're gonna swing left before she asks us to turn the camera off again. I went back that way. Thanks. So there you go, don't do what I did. So the massive globe here was installed when they decided to remove all the books and fireproof this building. So it's down these stairs. Next week is right. Now that guy got away. Excuse me. Ticket. So here, yeah, I'm out of the way. Now, we got him out of the way, and she decided to stand there. Thanks for visiting the Old Library, Chapter 1 of your Book of Kells Experience. So let's have a look around here. This is the souvenir shop.
Bye guys, just outdoors to right to the red building.
And we've got guides here in every language. This one is Spanish for $9.99. All these books $9.99. Again, we've got these Book of Kells official guides for $17.50. And again, they come in every language. Beautiful souvenirs. But remember too, they only turn over the one page at a time every couple of months. Fridge magnets are €6. Postcards. Really cool umbrellas actually. I guess that's a poster. Yep, long room poster print. Book of Kells jewellery, calendars. Okay. And beautiful little coffee cups for €10. So, next chapter, part 2, the Red Pavilion. Let's go see what's in there. So let's follow the arrows for the Red Pavilion. So we come out of the main building, part 1, we turn right, and we follow these black signs for the Red Pavilion. Folium Durgan Irish. Oh, there it is. Can't really miss that big red box, can we? Oh, so keep your receipt too, because you're going to need to show it in here. Aha, kept it. Hi, I was worried I threw this away.
Lucky you.
Lucky me is right, thank you. So do not throw away your receipt. Ah, so here in these boxes, you can scan the QR codes and you get a digital version of these books. And a lot of them, as the young lady said, are letters from personal letters from poets and scholars like Oscar Wilde, Jonathan Swift. Seventh century beekeeping. Bees have always been important in society. As a manuscript recorded in 7th century Irish law confirms, bees were important because beeswax was needed for candles, adhesives and writing tablets. So they were carefully managed. One manuscript says if a person finds a swarm of bees, they can claim it as their own. But they must donate 1/9 of their honey to the church. Wow. The green fields of America. Let's see what's going on here. If you're watching this on your computer, grab your phone and scan these. Farewell to the land of Shillelagh and the Shamrock. So starts the ballad Green Fields of America. A ballad sheet of lyrics printed for distribution in the mid-1800s. It is a bittersweet song full of grief, heartfelt love for a country and hope. Over 12 short verses, it tells the story and circumstance of emigrating to the US during what some call the Great Famine, what I call the Great Genocide. Or on Gorta Moor, the Great Hunger. This QR code tells the oldest map of Dublin, which dates back from 1611. We can tell a lot about where we are going by where we have been. Trinity holds a copy of the oldest existing map of Dublin, included in an atlas by John Speed. It is small, measuring just 17 centimetres, which may be 6 inches, 5-6 inches on its longest side, but is rich with information, including 69 place names spreading out from Dublin's wall centre and into the suburbs. Trinity College is listed at number 12. We have Arabic manuscripts, Ethna McCarthy, the Book of Leinster, the book beekeeping one I love. I'm blown away by that. You've got the Pollard Connection, Cula Press, which is a family affair. Here's the Oscar Wilde collection. Let's take a look at this QR code. Despite saying nothing that is worth knowing can be taught, Oscar Wilde was a leading scholar. He studied classics under Sir John Pentland Mahaffy, who he said was his first and best teacher, and a scholar who showed him how to love things all Greek. Dive in and explore a vast Wilde collection, from trade cards to tragic personal letters written during the period of exile before his death. So here's an example of how all these books have been digitalized. Oh, here we have Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula. What does it say here? You might see a shadowy figure escaping these boxes. Although best known for his gothic novel Dracula, Trinity alumnus Bram Stoker was a prize-winning, let's do this again. Blah, blah, blah. You might see a shadowy figure escaping these boxes. Although best known for his gothic novel Dracula, Trinity alumnus Bram Stoker was a prize-winning student athlete. He became athletic champion of Dublin, competing in rugby, gymnasium, slingshot, high jump, trapeze and rowing. In 1867 he won prizes for weightlifting and the curious sport of 5 and 7 mile walks. You have the Ian Boyle collection. Four Edges, the first book printed in the Irish language in 1571. This book contained an alphabet and religious instruction in Irish and was purchased for the library in 1995 and is the only copy of this work held in any Irish institution. 1571, the oldest written Irish book. We know that Irish is the oldest vernacular language, the oldest spoken language. And here we have the first written book, 1571. Handel's Messiah, 1742. We covered that in my Christchurch walk. We've got Frankenstein, the modern Protheseus, Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. Which is the bust from upstairs. So Mary Wollstonecraft is actually Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein. Interesting. They should have put that on the bust upstairs. But Alicia Singh, and letters from her father from 1746 to 1752. Useless bit of information. I went to Sing Street School, named after Alicia's dad. The Mad Cyclist, Leyland Bardwell. Moral Tales for Young People by Mary Edgeworth. Shadows in Our Skin. The Correspondence of Mary Tighe. The 1641 Deposition. These books are amazing. I would love to see the Diaries of Wolfe Tone. The Metamorphosis of Surinamese Insects by Maria Sibia Marian from 1719. Up here we have Michael David's diary and the Act of Abjuration pamphlets of 1581. What's interesting over here? The Nuremberg Chronicles of 1493. The Book of Durrow, which we just covered that from the Book of Kells. Virgil's opera, The Sunfish, the works of Geoffrey Chaucer, designed, set and printed by William Morris in 1896. The Book of Kells from the 8th and 9th century. Records of the Roman Inquisition from 1626. 12th century Book of Leinster, and notes on the Book of Kells by Henry de Lear Campbell. The Vicar of Wakefield by Oliver Goldsmith, and Elizabeth Blackwell's Herbarium from 1750. The Book of Kells, the jewel in the library's crown, is a 9th century manuscript. The Book of Kells is a masterpiece that is equally spiritually, artistically and historically important. Get lost in the intricacy of its workmanship and follow the book on its extraordinary journey from Iona in Scotland in 800 AD over the Irish Sea to Kells and onwards to Dublin in its present day. Are you excited to go in? Let's go see what's in here. Let's see first what's in this glass case. It's a digital version of this Book of Kells. Looks like a book that you can flick the pages. But it actually comes from a projector on the ceiling. Very clever. Okay, let's go see what's in here. The Book of Kells 360, which is an 8-minute film. Okay, this might be interesting. Let's record this. Behind the curtain is an 8-minute immersive film played on a continuous loop, bringing you on a journey in light and sound of the Book of Kells. After the film, continue through the next set of curtains to the long room, reimagine space and enjoy another 8-minute audio-visual experience. Please note that the content contains imagery and moving video that may cause discomfort for those who are sensitive to light or motion or even have epilepsy. So be warned, people. I didn't get in here.
Wall in the next room where there'll be another 8-minute video. If you came into this room late and want to see the beginning of this video, you can also stay here.
Need help? You got it?
Oh, and thank you.
You got a seat now. Okay, so this is an 8-minute immersive.
Comes to us from the mists of time. No one knows exactly how old it really is, though scholars believe it is from around 800 AD and began life on the lonely Isle of Iona in the Scottish Hebridean Islands, in the monastery that the Irish monk St. Columba founded there. Here, beside the sea, he established his community of monks, a school for missionaries, and a scriptorium in which the Word of God was written on vellum. The book contains the 4 Gospels from the Christian New Testament in Latin. Masterfully illustrated, its making was itself an act of devotion to God. The book is vibrantly colorful. Elaborate Celtic spirals combined with images drawn from Christian beliefs. On its pages, fantastical intertwining creatures inhabit the same world as animals that the scribes might have seen every day. Influenced by the Irish Church across Europe. But the Book of Kells is seen as the finest example of them all. The text was written using natural inks and pigments, and it is believed that just a few scribes were involved in writing all the words that the Book of Kells contains. Was made in dangerous times. Viking raids were frequent, with many battles and much destruction. In these early days, the Vikings were devotees of their own Old Norse religion, and they had no care for Christian symbols or communities. Nothing was safe from their attacks, which came with little warning. At first, the monks of Iona endured these destructive raids. But at last, they risked all and fled across the stormy seas to Ireland, carrying the book with them. A single wave could easily have swept them and the precious book away. came to Ireland's east coast, where they were greeted by gentle green countryside, a place of farming communities. Still in search of safety, they travelled 30 miles inland to a new Columban monastery at Kells in County Meath. Revered as a great relic. It's even possible that work on the book continued there. But it proved no safer. The book was stolen, thought lost forever, and then found months later buried underground. Its casing, which is believed to have been ornamented with gold and jewels, was never seen again. But thankfully, the rest of the book survived. Returned to the church at Kells, the book remained there until civil unrest meant that it was safe there no longer. In 1661, the Bishop of Meath gifted it to Trinity College Dublin, where it remains to this day. Scholars and visitors alike have studied it ever since, contemplating its meaning and ever in awe of the beauty of the world-famous manuscript.
Late and want to see the beginning of this video, you can also stay here. This video is just starting. Just gonna want to face the white side.
If the old library today is a mighty oak, then it was the hand of Thomas Burr that planted a tiny acorn in 1712 when the 20-year construction of his masterpiece began. of destinations, from the tropical rainforests of Brazil to the depths of the ocean. And of course, many readers here have chosen to follow in countless footsteps, simply losing themselves in Lilliput. But this deluge of new information meant the shelves were overflowing. To keep expanding, the collection needed space to grow, and it shot upwards. In 1860, the roof was raised, adding the majestic barrel-vaulted timber ceiling above, bringing a new gallery and a new lease of life.
The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberty, equal rights, equal opportunities to all its citizens.
As Dublin and Ireland were evolving through the centuries, so were Trinity and this magnificent library. And over time, the Long Room has also become home to treasured historic artifacts and unique symbols of our national identity. After centuries of constant growth and evolution, it is time for the old library to focus on conservation and preservation, protecting the glorious body of knowledge it holds and nurturing it for future generations.
Coffee? Because I never had coffee. Never mind. You're so
This building is the highest concentration you will find of these stones, as they are now protected from commercial quarrying. You can see how vibrant the colours really are once we go inside in just a second. I want to let you know what you can look forward to when you go inside. We're going to enter this door here, and to your left and your right we're going to see the skeletons of Irish elk. What these are really big deer that went extinct 8,000 years ago. But I just want you to note that this is a working building, so the faculties of Geography, Geoscience and Civil Engineering are currently studying here, exams, having lectures, doing research. So I just ask if you keep it down any questions. We might spend about 4 minutes in here. Reasonably. Okay guys, do you want to follow me? No offense, I don't read. No, you do. No, I don't read.
So we've just come out of the Red Pavilion, part 2 of the Book of Kells Experience, and now we're on the Trinity Trail, which is a guided tour by this guy. So he's warned us that people are in here, students are in here doing exams, so we gotta be real quiet. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
So guys, we can explore this area, the foyer area, but we can't go to the top floor, if that's okay.
So this guy is a giant Irish deer. And this guy is the husband. 2 giant Irish deers, female and male. And we're gonna go up here and follow this guy. Oh wow. And this is the bit I wanted to see. That wasn't an air conditioning shaft 500 years ago. Unfortunately, we can't go upstairs because the students have exams. So if you want to come here, maybe call beforehand. Now, those of you who watched my walking tour part 2 would have seen these bridges down by the quays, down by the Famine Way. And this is them in their original form. So as you can see, there's a split in the middle. And when the boats wanted to come through, the bridge lifted, let the boats through. And they got their deliveries. The design of both the floating shears and the diving bell and pontoon were carried out by Bin and Bloodstoney. The Dublin port engineer Harlan and Wolfe of Belfast built the hull of the floating shears, and Courtney and Stevens of Dublin supplied the machinery, all being delivered in 1866. Grandin and Co. of Drogheda built the diving bell and its accompanying pontoon. George Stripe of that firm designing the horizontal air pump and the air tube passing down the inside of the funnel of the bell. The diving bell is maintained as a museum exhibit on Sir John Rogerson's Quay in Dublin. Remember who Harlan and Wolfe are. Harlan and Wolfe are the British shipbuilders in Belfast who discriminated against Catholics. Many a Catholic was killed by Protestants in the 70s and the 80s just for being Catholic. Let's not forget that.
I'm sorry.
What is this building called?
The museum building.
Oh, it's just a museum and we can't go upstairs?
No, unfortunately not.
Is there any time we can go upstairs? Or is it closed all the time?
Only students and staff.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's only lecture theatres up there. Like there isn't really for tourists.
It's going to be amazing. The architecture though as well, though, is it?
It is stunning.
Yeah. Which is what we're here for.
Yes, of course. This is the best part. The best viewing point.
What's your favourite part? What's your most interesting?
Of the building?
Yeah.
I always like to point out, it's not my favourite part of the whole thing, but I like to point out this fossil.
Oh.
It's quite cute.
What is that a fossil of?
Like that, I can't tell you. But very prehistoric sea creature anyway.
And that's actually fossilised into the marble?
Yeah. Down in Cork.
See, these are the things that you would never see this.
No, you'd have to be here like a tour guide almost
Yeah.
to see these things. I think it was a tourist that pointed that out to me.
What else do you love?
About this building? I
Yeah.
love the elk. Oh, of course.
The two deers?
Very, very cool.
It must be the Trinity Trail tour guys.
So those were
Always ask the guides what's their favourite part. And then they tell you the things that they don't normally say on the guide, on the tour. What was in there? Let's see how far we can go in. Well, we really don't know how far that hole goes. But look at the ornament, the leaves, the flowers at the tops of all these columns. So this is called the museum room. And the mosaic tiles on the ceiling, the arches, the marble. Edward Cecil Guinness, the Earl of Ivy. So the red brick buildings that we saw earlier on George's Street by St. Patrick's Cathedral were all built by that guy, Cecil Guinness, the Earl of Ivy. And he built those for the workers in the Guinness brewery, but also the poor people of Dublin. And he was a bit of a hero. So this is only like a couple of 5-minute tour maybe. Just come in, have a look, take some pictures, make a video. Upstairs is only accessible for students and professors. But there's another hole. And I'd imagine that hole goes straight through to the other side. So what's in there? Who knows? But up there we have more holes. That was a little bit more ornate, more flowery. Maybe they're for circulation. Air. Early air conditioning. Strictly no entry. Okay. It's just offices. I'm not missing anything in there. Probably.
So just go right and right again.
Okay, thanks. Oh. Oh, so this tour is not finished. As that gentleman said, catch up, go right and right again. And here they are. Wow, wouldn't that make a great soccer pitch? Look how flat that is.
I tell you, the leg trick works. I like that in there. I like that.
It will, because I'll go down.
Okay guys, do you want to file under this tree for me please, if that's okay?
So let's hang about under this cherry blossom. Going to give us some information here. We have a soccer field and a rugby field.
It's a very nice time of year to visit this part because this is past its peak. There was a cherry blossom where we were stood there, but it's kind of also past its peak. It's kind of dying off now, so it's lovely to see this. To be here. You came here at a good time. Has anyone gone to the Washington cherry blossoms? I know maybe some of you are from the States. Did you see the Washington? Was it this year? No, this year was it?
At University of Washington?
I don't know, wherever those cherry blossoms are. I hear about it on every tour. In DC, yeah.
Oh.
Lovely. Okay. Great. So this is our next stop of the tour. We are at College Park. Right now I'm standing on the rugby pitch, despite the football that's happening over there, and over there is the cricket pitch. So this is really a centre, of course, of our sports and activity here on Trinity campus. Fun fact, we have 70 sports clubs and 140 student societies as well. But it's also a centre of academic prowess here too. Do we see this building over here? You see that oak-clad building just beyond the grey one there? That is the Samuel Beckett Theatre. It is clad in oak and is therefore reminiscent of a Shakespearean playhouse. So it was named after Samuel Beckett when it was built in the 1960s. Of course, Samuel Beckett came to college here. He lectured here for 3 years, famously, but he left abruptly straight after. This is because he decided he didn't like Trinity, and he definitely didn't like Ireland. He just said, he went on record to say that France at war is preferable to Ireland at peace. So, of course, that was during the war, but that is the legacy he leaves here. He was a Nobel Prize winner for literature for his works such as Waiting for Godot. But I want to talk more about just a younger building here. Do we see this? Probably the more modern building on campus, the glass facade. You all see that glass facade? That is the business building. It's the business and economics building. You can probably note on it, you can see a wall of plants. You all see that? That is the living wall. It is there for biodiversity reasons, but it also provides an environmental function to the building itself. Fun fact, during the summer it can keep the rooms cool, but then during the winter it can also keep the heat in, so keep the classrooms warm. But speaking of plants and biodiversity, I want to talk about the grey building just in front of it. Do you all see that smaller grey building with the ivy going halfway up? That is the botany building. So in our botany building you will find a herbarium, one of 2 Irish herbaria. There's only 2 in Ireland, so it's very special we have a herbarium here on campus. What this is basically kind of like a gallery or a gathering of ferns and plants and fungi. Ours come from all over the world. Some of them even date back to the 1700s, to the voyages of Captain James Cook and Charles Darwin. So I want to talk now about, do you see behind me, this kind of steel structure with the spheres coming up? This is Apples and Atoms. It is there to commemorate the work of Sir Ernest Walton, who studied physics here. Now, Sir Ernest Walton, with his colleague Jonathan Cockcroft, was able to split the lithium atom. For this, he won the Nobel Prize of Physics. Has anyone here seen Oppenheimer? Yeah, the Manhattan Project. This was because of this experiment that he carried out. However, he himself did not take part in the project because he was very famously a pacifist. Okay, so, and then there's the pub, very active, you might see me there later. But, and that is open to the public, by the way, $5.60 for a pint of Guinness, just so you know. But we're going to move on to our next stop, which is just down this way. If you want to follow me.
And so they summoned the other daughter home.
So that building over there is a bar. Open to everybody. $5.60 a pint of Guinness. We're going to stop there before we leave. And we'll take a moment to think of Vicky's cherry blossom.
How often is this conducted if it happens in 9/11 and also 1996? Of course. We're just going there. So we couldn't really be doing that. I had the time for you. See, I'm learning.
It was
and
every
have so
10
much
years.
great information for me.
Every 10 years.
Because
When does that happen?
Every single one of them. What?
How long is left in this part of the tour?
So basically kind of like 5, maybe 7 minutes up here, and then you will start the Book of Kells.
I want a pint now.
Yeah,
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Yes, I always tell the Americans it's probably like 11. I've heard 11.60. No, thank you. It's 11.60 for a pint of Guinness in Temple Bar right now.
Yeah, I did. I paid it 2 nights ago.
I think it's like
half that.
They say it's government subsidised, so it is 5.60 Madness.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's actually, it is quite a cheap bar as far as things go, and it's right there. It's really lovely because when the sun comes out, the cricket is like a big beer garden.
So cricket's pretty popular here?
I wouldn't say popular. I don't know much about it because their season starts in the summer. I think they only play cricket during the summer, but they've only started literally just the other weekend.
Is that the English students who come over more?
No, it's the Trinity team. Some of them might be English, but it is just Trinity students. Trinity Cricket is the team. Alright guys, do you want to just maybe file along here for me please, if that's okay? Sorry, does that answer your question?
Yes, perfect, thank you.
I don't even know if we're probably just talking about it.
Yeah, we're talking about pints of Guinness and the price.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Alright guys, are we all good? Do we have any questions on anything? Perfect.
What is this behind us?
Oh, I'll tell you in a second. But this is our last stop of the tour. This is Library Square. So it's kind of a full circle moment. You can see the rubrics over there. You can see the museum building right behind you. But now I want to talk about where we are. I want to first talk about Sfera con Sfera, which is right behind me. So it was sculpted by Arnaldo Pomodoro. You might have seen it at other places around the world because there's actually 40 of these dotted all around the globe. You might have seen one twice its size in the Vatican City. And you might have seen another one at the UN headquarters in New York. So that's Sfera con Sfera. It is symbolic. It means sphere within sphere, and it is symbolic of the new world emerging into the old. So shows the forward thinking here on Trinity campus. But I want to talk about this library here. It was built in 1967 under the name The New Library, and it was an example of brutalist architecture. But then 11 years later, it was named after George Berkeley. Now, George Berkeley was a student of Trinity College. He also lectured and proctored here as well. But just 3 years ago, when I was in first year, there was a movement to dename the library, to take away the George Berkeley name from this library. This is because it came to light that he was heavily involved in the slave trade over in America. He actually had 4 slaves that he had brought over to his Rhode Island estate. So of course this does not correlate with the values or the ideals of the college at all, and it was very promptly denamed. It was then though named after Evan Boland, whose autobiography you can see on display right now. Evan Boland was really one of the first prolific women writers in Ireland, in Irish literature. She started publishing in her first year of college here in 1963. She released 23 poems, which is her first publication, and not only was she one of the first female prolific writers, she wrote about women's issues and about feminism in a way that Irish literature had never really explored before. So it's very special that we have a building named after her on campus. It's the first building to be named after a woman on campus. I personally really love Evan Boland. I would suggest that you look at some of her works. I actually translated some of them into Irish for my dissertation this year, just in March. But that concludes this library. I'm going to talk very quickly about this one over here. This is the old library. So I'm going to lead you there now in just a second. I'm going to drop you off, and in there you will have access to an audio guide which will guide you around the rest of the experience. The first thing you will see is the Book of Kells. Now the Book of Kells is a 9th century manuscript that was written by monks on the Isle of Iona off the coast of Scotland. What this is it's a great example of calligraphy and of the drawings of these monks. It is transcription of the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John.
So after you see the Book of Kells, you'll see 2 text pages that are on sale that are on display right now. But then you will go up to the long room, to the old library. In the old library, you will of course see many books, but you will also see the Brian Boru harp and a copy of the 1916 proclamation. So it's very special, this room. You might have heard that some of the books are missing. This is because of the long room redevelopment project. In the wake of what happened in Notre Dame, we realised that our library is not fireproof either, so we are now cleaning the books, fireproofing them, and digitising them for future generations so they can be viewed online. There were 200,000 books, but there are still 17,000, so you should be fine. So after you've done reading all 17,000, you'll go to the other side of this building, you'll go downstairs, you'll go on to the Book of Kells Experience. What this will show you is it's a more immersive and cinematic experience where you will learn the story of the Book of Kells. How this manuscript written by monks off the coast of Scotland came to Ireland, came to Kells in Meath, just an hour north of here, and then eventually came onto campus. So, do you have any final questions? Are we all good?
Is there a copy of the proclamation? Or
Yes.
an original proclamation? Where is that?
It's not the original, but it's a copy. It's inside the long room. You'll see it once you go up. I think the Brian Boru harp is first and then the proclamation's at the end. Yeah. It's a copy of it, it's not the original.
Okay.
And it's the English version, not the Irish language version. To answer your question?
Yep.
Yes. Any other questions, guys? Perfect. Okay. If you liked my tour, my name was Nathan. If you didn't, my name is George Salmon. Make sure to drink your River Rock Irish water. And yes, okay. Thanks, guys. Just follow me around this way, and I will bring you to the Book of Kells.
Well, I'm not 100% sure how I got on this part of the tour. I think I went possibly part 2, part 3, part 1. Or I just tagged along with these guys and I shouldn't have.
I bring Michael round that way.
You can't, no, the only
But,
entrance is this way, but there's a ramp. And there's also a ramp here.
But that's the Book of Kells Experience over there, which is where I went in first. So what we're going to see is, if we go straight in with this guy, or if we have to resubmit our tickets. But for sure, we're going for a pint.
You're all with the group?
Yeah.
You have to be gay this time. I'm joking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he's talking with his brother, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, have you seen your brother go to Catholic? And he's like, no, I don't think he's Catholic.
You're off to Saturday, Sunday.
Jeez, you're back again.
I missed the proclamation. Actually, I got tagged into this group and I just came back in again, so.
The coach thing the same when I'm going along.
Forcey, how did I miss it? Sorry. Yeah, so it looks like I got onto I found myself somehow on a walking tour. And everybody on that walking tour come straight in here to the Book of Kells Experience. Without actually having to buy a ticket. So just coming back up here again to see the proclamation because I did miss it the first time. Now, unfortunately, it's a copy. When I was hoping it would be the original. And it's in English rather than Gaelic. So let's try find it this time. Now your man said it's the first thing you see, but I still don't see our proclamation. So there's a copy of the Book of Kells. Now I still don't see the proclamation and I've got 3% battery left, so if this stops filming, it's because we have no battery and I'm going for a pint. So I really hope you enjoyed this. Please, please, please like, subscribe and hit that bell. Tomorrow we're going to the Guinness Storehouse and we're also going to go to Kilmainham Jail. So if you want to see the absolute cream of Irish history, Kilmainham Jail is my favourite. The Guinness Storehouse, we're going to get a pint and we're going to see how a real pint is poured. So please, please, please like, subscribe and hit that bell. I really appreciate it.
Because it's about the
Where's the proclamation?
Case just there. As you walk in the door.
I've been walked past it 10 times. Thanks. Oh, it's right here. Ah. Okay, so unfortunately it's just a poster. I was hoping we'd see the original. So this battery is going to die any minute. So. So we're going to bypass it to the souvenir shop. To change the battery, we've got a brand new battery going in. Here's another walking tour that's just taken off. So it might be a handy little hint. If you attach yourself to the original walking tour, you get in everywhere else automatically without paying $26. So don't tell them I told you. Well, we're going to go find the pavilion, the cricket fields, and a pint for $5.60. There we go. Oh, what we just learned as well is if you're on one of the later tours, the souvenir shop closes in the Book of Kells building, but there is a souvenir shop remains open for another couple of hours in that red pavilion, or the red box as it's called around here. So there's Vicky's cherry blossom tree, and here's the pavilion, and right opposite is the bar. So it looks like we've got a running track here. Well, maybe this is part of the cricket track. Who knows? I don't play cricket. Now, that building in the corner is the Moyne Institute of Preventative Medicine. Whoa, that girl's got a little bit of skill. Woo! More than that guy. Oh, I'm more than him too. So here's where all the students hang out. We're going to turn off this camera for a minute. We're going to go get a pint. Oh, we'll leave it on. Whatever. Like the students, you can also bring your own beer. They've all got six packs of Coors. Oh, fuck. Paddy, get us, please. And I got those Paddy apples as well. Thanks, sir. Now we have our drinks and we're going to sit here in memory of William A. Gillespie, MAMD of 1934. It's a lovely day today actually. Didn't even need the hat. There was a sprinkle of water. Barely call it rain. But a big sin is those guys do not know how to pour a pint of Guinness. And not only have they put my Guinness in a Carlsberg cup, they put it in a plastic Carlsberg cup, which is a big no-no. So first we're going to have our Paddy whiskey with apple and lemonade. Oh, which is really good. Really good. So we're having a Paddy whiskey and a pint of Guinness. Tastes okay. Could be a little bit colder. Could have let it settle a bit more before he poured the second bit. Along with the Paddy whiskey, it'll help.
Yeah, it's just like the Paddy.
So just to catch up a little bit, we've just done that tour of Trinity College, as you saw, the Book of Kells, the long room, the museum room. We did a little bit of walking tour. So when you do what I did and paid for part 2 and 3 for €26 and then just tag along on one of the walking trips, or you start on a walking trip, you just tag along with them and you get in everywhere else for free. It's up to you. But really good day. Paid for it, €26, which is about $32, and it was nice. It was really good. I like the immersives, the 2 videos in the Red Pavilion. Very interesting, very well done, great sound. The video is a complete circle, which is really, I haven't seen one of those before. The souvenir shop, where you'd expect to get screwed, was really, really reasonable. So don't be afraid to buy souvenirs in there. And original, authentic Trinity College souvenirs too, Book of Kells souvenirs, not the cheap crap out of Carol's. So you got some really good quality stuff. Hoodies were $50, t-shirts were $25. Sorry, I keep saying dollars, euro, €50 for the hoodies, which is about $60. We went to a Darker Waves concert in Los Angeles a couple of years ago. Hoodies were $125. So really good value in there. Really good value day out. Don't forget to stop for a pint, even in a plastic Carlsberg mug. It's still only $5.60. Whiskey, apple and lemonade, like that cup full, was only $5.50. So you're looking at 11.10 for 2 drinks. You can't go wrong. So come in, spend some money, ask the tour guides what's their favourite part, because it's not part of the tour. They know all the little tricks, they know all the little corners, the ins and outs. And talk to the guides, talk to the security people. That guy I talked to, he's been here 25 years. He doesn't do the guides, he just does security, but he knows every inch of the place. So go in and ask him, hey, what's your favourite part of the place? One of the girls who worked there, who didn't want to be on camera, who didn't even want her voice on camera, because she is a private voiceover girl. She works for RTE, she works for the museums. She's got a really nice speaking voice, and she sells it. So she didn't want to be on our YouTube channel. But she gave me some great tips. She told me some great details about Wolftone and Duke of Wellington, and the drama that went on between those two, and how they're the only two busts in there that don't look at each other. The two of them face away, which is really interesting. It reminded me of a French statue in Calais of Napoleon, where he's on the beach, the statue is on the beach, but he faces inwards, and locals say it's him showing his butt to England, or turning his back on England. So, something similar. But as I say, great day today. We went to the Augustinian Church this morning, we took Mass, we filmed it, we did a little walking tour of the church. We then walked from up to Christchurch, where we got a coffee for €3. We went down to Dublin Castle. They're doing up the place, so it was free in for a self-guided tour, which was great. And then we came down here to Trinity College. So all in all, we spent less than €40 on Dublin Castle, Trinity College tours, a pint of Guinness, and a whiskey, and a coffee at Christchurch. I mean, $40, where would you get it? So I'm happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, please, 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 like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because we're going to be releasing these videos soon. We're also going to Kilmainham Jail tomorrow, and we're going to go to the Guinness Storehouse. So great tourist things in Dublin. Maybe 1 or 2 more walking tours, but hit that bell and you'll subscribe and you'll know exactly when it comes out and how to watch them. So I really hope you enjoy it. I've had a great day. I love doing this. Thank you for watching.